understanding how customers behave, the behavioral science behind it, incentivization is critically important to systems planning for utilities. And this has never happened before. So customers are now part of grid operations and grid planning. And that is a very momentous moment in energy. This is a turning point. This is an exciting time to be in energy. We're seeing the intersection of the smart grid and consumers in a way we've never seen it before. We're getting past the meter into in-home applications that are innovative, that allow customers to take better control of their energy use, to optimize their homes, manage their energy use when they go to work, create smarter homes that integrate music and lifestyle into our energy consumption. And so the grid edge is a space of innovation. It's a space where the customer is at the heart of the story and the heart of the narrative and the heart of the grid. As utilities are looking to better understand how to integrate distributed energy resources, the landscape has changed. Traditionally, utilities have built communications networks between the utility and a meter. Those are static and predictable things. They can understand how to connect those two things. When you now have a person and you're getting behind the meter and there's a person who has to decide when they're going to charge the vehicle, if they want to purchase solar, if they want to purchase a battery, if they want to participate in a demand response program, now you have a more ambiguous and a volatile kind of environment, a grayer area. Because they're more important to the needs of the utility, utilities are spending more and more time trying to understand what makes them tick. What are the ways to motivate, to incentivize customers to not only reduce their energy use, but engage with them on this journey as they're trying to roll out a smarter grid and create a smarter energy future? Utility customer engagement is not customer communications. So when there's an outage, a utility has a responsibility to notify a customer that there's an outage. That's an obligation. The customer needs to know, and they need to know when their power is restored. But when that person decides to go buy an electric vehicle and charge that electric vehicle, the utility wants to know when the customer is going to do that. Will they participate in peak pricing? Will they charge their electric vehicle off-peak hours to reduce load on the grid? That's a need that the utility has. So there has to be a conversation between the utility and the customer about how to communicate, how to incentivize behavior, and how to provide more value for the customer at the other end so that they participate in what the utility wants them to do. And that's a relationship, and that is what's changed over the past 10 years. What is the recipe for success? What's the formula that I need to follow to make sure that I do a good job engaging with consumers? Bringing in the communications professionals earlier into the conversation to understand the strategy behind the programs that are being developed, to have input on the rate design sometimes of the program, could really make a huge difference in ensuring the success of the program. So my experience is creating PMO offices where you have subject matter experts from different parts of the organization to provide input will really help develop the most comprehensive plan, whether that's the technical parts of the plan or the communication parts of the plans. But having a fully integrated organization from the beginning will help create a fully integrated program at the end. Do your homework, do your research, do quantitative and qualitative research. Talk to your customers, understand what different segments are in your market and what messages resonate with them. Then ask them how they prefer to be communicated to. The younger parts of your segment may really respond best to digital and social media, whereas some of your more aging population may prefer direct mail and print simply because they don't have as much familiarity with a phone. You may have a more diverse equity spread among your audience as well. So try and be mindful that not all customers have smartphones. Not all customers are in the same economic means. So incentivization, program design, communications is based on a complex factor of really understanding your customer base. Take the time to talk to them, set up focus groups, listen to them, let them finish their sentence, let them respond to some of the creative that you've developed, some of the messages you've developed. They will be the best people to help drive your message development and your strategy. I'm really excited that companies like Itron are putting the customer at the heart of their solutions developments. They're taking products and networks and technologies, and they're trying to solve real-world problems with them. They're trying to understand what role the customer plays so that the utility can not only manage the networking components from end to end, but really understand the success of a program and what it's going to look like on the consumer adoption level. They understand that consumers play a critical role to the operations of the system, and they're making that commitment, and that's very exciting to see.